Let me start off first by conveying our sincerest apologies for recent events that occurred under the watch of the current administration. Obviously, atrial fibrillation could not be here today due to successful cardioversion, and it is unlikely that we will see them again anytime soon. These recent events were unfortunate, but truly, the people cannot hold A-Fib truly responsible. After all, chronic heart failure, cardiomyopathy, various valvular and arterial diseases, not to mention hypertension, both pulmonary and systemic, are all associated with the conditions of this recent debacle. You know, really, it's much like this glass. Is it half empty? Is it half full? Would exercise and healthy lifestyle choices change that determination? Nobody knows for sure. The good news is that we made it. The ticker keeps ticking, and I, for one, am grateful to a central nervous system that really knows its stuff. So, yeah, keep on trucking, and we'll see you at the next one. Not that there will be a next one, you know, because, I mean, go local sports team. Good night. I was afraid you guys were going to ask a lot of questions. Here we go. You first. Question? Yes, Cliff Handsome, The Daily Today. You said the event was atrial fibrillation? Care to expand on that? Jeez, Cliff, can't you lob the first one? I mean, how important are names anyway? But yes, it was atrial fibrillation. But A-Fib, let's keep it cash, okay? Nothing to worry about. Just your basic arrhythmia characterized by altered cardiac conduction through the AV node, a couple chaotic contractions here and there, whatever. What is a couple? Again with the details. Somebody's gunning for a Pulitzer, huh? Tough crowd. All right, a couple, a bunch, several hundred. Who's counting? There are quivering atrial contractions, some neural signal re-entries. It was a mess, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you want, Cliff Handsome? It was a mess, okay? Who names their kid Cliff Handsome? Chad Fantastic with the CNS report. Chad Fantastic? Is this real? You mentioned the atrioventricular node. Was there some dysfunction? Was there ever? Yeah, look, the SNS, you know, the sympathetic nervous system. It went all wackadoo. We're talking full-on sympathetic overdrive. Increased firing rate on a grand scale. Asynchronous contractions. Like the parasympathetic nervous system called in sick and somebody told the SNS, "It's all you, baby!" Pardon me, but it seems like you are amused by this. Amused? No, Mr. Fantastic. Can we actually say that? Say what? That. Your name, you know, like isn't it copyrighted? Trademarked? My name? Chad? No, Mr. You know, the whole thing. Mr. Chad Fantastic? No, not that hole. The smaller hole. Beg your pardon, sir. No! What? No! Mr. Fantastic! What? What? What do you want? Me? What do you want? For you to answer my question. I was doing that. You just... What do I call you? I don't care. Well, I can't call you Mr. Fantastic. Do you have a nickname? My mother calls me Scooter. So, Chad, like I was saying, no, I find none of this amusing. An unregulated AV node, independent contractions of the ventricles, internodal tracts just randomly doing whatever, displaced atrial contractions, tachycardia upwards of 400 beats per minute. It was Armageddon. We were about to die hard. We were moonlighting as the last Boy Scout. But look who's talking, 12 monkeys. Ha! Whoa, man, those are just like Bruce Willis movies. Who is this guy? The Fifth Element? Aren't we all friends here? Who let this guy in here? I thought you were worried about copyright infringement or some such nonsense. Hush, Scooter. Next question. Griffin Percival Archibald Pennyfeather Wellington III of the Vimelin by Biff Wellingtons. I have a cane. Okay. What exactly were the goings on that had everything, as you put it, going so very wackadoo? You gotta understand, people, A-Fib, the pathophysiology, still not so well understood. Yes, we had sympathetic drive redlining something fierce, but was it re-entry of impulses or ectopic activity from outside the heart repeatedly triggering the SA node? We can't be sure. But we have no doubt that action potential conduction was the culprit. And the ensuing chaos had to do with directionless and frequent sympathetic signaling. What I'm saying is that you cannot talk about the electrophysiological changes without also touching on the autonomic nervous system imbalances that play in A-Fib. They go hand in hand. They are simpatico. In the end, we are talking about a cascade of events that reduce cardiac blood volume and result in insufficient chamber emptying, increasing the risk of stroke and ventricular hypertrophy. Yes, Cliff Hansen, the Daily Today. What are the metabolic implications? You want to talk metabolism? We're talking electrophysiology and sympathetic drive, and you want to change topics? If you weren't such a handsome... Oh, I could maybe refuse you, but all right. You know the mitochondria?
Ah, the powerhouse of the cell!
Well, the powerhouse is going out of business. We're talking dysfunction resulting in inhibited oxidative phosphorylation. Aerobic pathways are breaking down. And yeah, anaerobic are coming into the rescue. Only problem is that anaerobic glycolysis cannot keep up with the demand for ATP. And worse yet, all that lactate buildup is creating an acidotic environment. Sodium and calcium ion proliferation is altered, and all of this adds up to changes in cardiac contractility and action potential signaling. Are we talking about reactive oxygen species running amok? Yeah, we are. You ever see Gremlins? This is like that, only it's a new batch.
Ah, Gremlins 2!
What?
Ah, yes, you said new batch. That's Gremlins 2, the sequel to Gremlins.
What are you guys talking about? I'm talking about gremlins! Those little goblins that destroy everything.
Like in the movie?
What movie are you guys talking about? I'm talking about A-Fib, oxidative stress, altered metabolism. You guys gotta keep up. All these questions you got, there are so many. Don't feed him after midnight is all I'm saying.
Wasn't he worried about copyright?
Are any of us getting a straight answer?
Honestly, I would take whatever I could get.
Look, people, listen. Atrial fibrillation is serious. I know it, you know it. Sympathetic overdrive gets repolarization and depolarization sequencing all out of sorts. Aerobic metabolism gets all jammed up. And the ticker, well, it keeps ticking, but not in a good way. Contractions are coming too fast with no brakes. Atria don't properly fill up. So then the ventricles don't fill up enough. And now they rely on cardiac muscle hypertrophy to make up for the lost efficiency. Maybe A-Fib happens in a vacuum, but it's more likely the result of comorbidities. And now A-Fib might drive new dysfunctions and adverse health effects. It's a vicious, vicious cycle. But exercise is medicine, right? Sure. A-Fib reduces exercise capacity and makes heart rate an unreliable metric. After all, A-Fib can increase maximum heart rate well beyond age-predicted limits. And medications can further alter heart rate response. But we are not helpless. Exercise can be safely performed up to symptom-limited maximum effort. Instead of measuring aerobic training intensity as a percentage of aerobic capacity, utilize the talk test. If you can maintain a conversation while also feeling challenged, we're talking like rate of perceived exertion 11 to 16, you can work out up to an hour at a time, 3 to 5 days a week. Go for a walk or get on a treadmill, elliptical, get on the bike.
Whoa, man, like, what about weights?
Resistance training is good too. 1 to 2 sets per muscle group, 10 to 15 reps each. Use a 3-second up, 3-second down tempo and stick to machines, at least in the beginning. This can be beneficial to somebody suffering from A-Fib. That's the long and short of it, folks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go work on my resume so I never have to do whatever this is. And there you have it. No information is some information, is the worst information or the best information. All I know is that I'm Cliff Handsome. For the Daily Today, this is Cliff Handsome.
A newsman? No, thank you. No, I am just a very filthy, rich, wealthy 1%er with cool hats and I mentioned a cane. And I just like to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. Other people's business. All of this about, what is it? Atrial fibrillation? Sounds like a bunch of hokey. Made up so that the corporate elite can keep down the man. I'm the corporate elite. And the man. Can't keep me down. I have a cane. That light just turned off. That's enough of a signal for me to say, toodaloo.